Shepherd's pie. I've never heard of that before. I'm digging it, man. Cheers to you with coffee. Welcome back, folks, to the House That Never Sleeps. I've been getting a lot of emails and PMs on Facebook mostly, and in group chats, and PMs also here on YouTube. A lot of things keep coming up, so I thought I'd just make a little video and address some of those things. I've made me some notes here of the questions, and one of the things that keeps coming up a lot is polishing your guitars. Now this is for acoustic as well as an electric instruments. Okay? Actually, you don't put a lot of polish on them. 90% of the time, take a cloth like this. This is one of those flannel cloths. It's made by Fender. It just says polished cloth on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's all it says. Polished cloth. Standard accessory. It's got Fender wrote on it. I think they're like a flannel. I think they call them a flannel cloth or something like that. I don't know. Or, you know, a cotton-like cloth is okay. That's basically what this is made of. But always use a cloth like that. Don't just grab a paper towel or a whatever you can find and start rubbing your guitar. Use one of these all the time for polishing. Now, you always want to rub, usually, if you can, in a circular motion too, as well. And like I say, 90% of the time, don't put anything on it. Make sure your hands are clean before you play it, and use one of those cloths and, you know, rub in circular motions, front and back, up and down the neck. I even stick the cloth I wipe my strings off with, I stick between the strings and the fretboard and pull it all the way up, wrap it over and pull it all the way down. I made a video of that. It's on one of my videos. Getting back to polishing, look the specs up or go to the manufacturer's website and see what they recommend, because you can have chemically reactions going on your guitar finish if you put the wrong stuff on there. Here's Fender makes this. It's just called Guitar Polish. I use this quite a lot, and I like it because it's fingerprint free. When you polish your guitar with this, you can't hardly make a fingerprint in the finish. Here's another thing made by D'Addario. It's a spray cleaner. See that? D'Addario, as far as I know, don't build guitars. They probably don't have a lot of knowledge about different types of finish. And I wouldn't recommend spraying this on anything. This was given to me. No, my wife picked this up by mistake one day. But I've never used it. And I will never use it, because you never know how it's going to react to the finish on your guitar. Go to the manufacturer's website, see what they recommend. If anything, they will. You'll find something, I'm sure, of the builder. You know, go if you have a Martin guitar, go to Martin's website or look on Martin's YouTube channel. Has a lot of good information. Look at that and find out, you know, what they recommend for your finish, because you can create a disaster with your finish if you put the wrong crap on it. Alright. This has been coming up quite a bit about frets, leveling frets, and then things not working out right. When you before you level your frets, you should, I can use this. Before you level your frets, you should go along and look at each fret right here, and look very close at every one of them before you ever start to level them. Look at all the frets, flop it around, go all the way up, look at the ends of every fret, push down on them as you're looking at them. Make sure none of them are popped up, because this happens a lot. I get a lot of guitars comes in here. Oh, got a fret buzz. Got this fret right here is buzzing. Many times that fret is popped up, and all you got to do is just knock it, tap it back down in there, and the problem's fixed. If you level your frets and you got a fret popped up, it's high, okay, then your frets is level. When you hit on that fret, when you note that fret, you're going to shove that fret down, and you're going to have an error there. So always inspect your frets, the ends of them across, you know, in here. Check them in here on both sides. Make sure they look like they're seated good, and then start your leveling process. Alright. Why do cheap guitars seem to hold up better than expensive guitars. Now we've been talking about this on Facebook a lot, and people, you know, they buy an old, I don't know, a Harmony maybe, or an Epiphone or a Sigma, something like that. And then 30, 40 years down the road, the thing still looks like it did 30 or 40 years ago. One big reason, or the main big reason that happens, and you have to have Martin guitars and Gibson guitars worked on more frequently, is because the Martin guitars and Gibson guitars have usually 95% of the time been dragged all over the country, played, you know, many jam sessions. They've been taken in different environments, into cold, into hot, into dry, into humid, and just taking a beating, you know, playing one. Now, these cheaper guitars like Harmony and Sigma and Epiphone, and you know, there's nothing wrong with those guitars. They do hold up for the most part pretty well, and they sound decent, you know. But the reason they hold up like they do, one of the main reasons, is because they're not taken out and played like that. I'm not, you know, not on as big of a scale as like a Martin or a Gibson would be. They're usually played in a house, never hardly taken anywhere, or they're set in a closet somewhere, you know, and not touched. You can loosen the strings. A lot of people, when they happen to have the right humidity and stuff in, you know, where their guitars are. And while these Martins and Gibsons and Taylors, you know, are being dragged up and down the country everywhere. Got a visitor, cue balls here. Lay down, I'll talk to you just shortly. We'll get to you. But that's the main reason that, you know, it seems like you have to work on Martin guitars and Gibson guitars more than you do these cheaper ones. And that's why. That's the main reason why. Because like I say, they're not taken out and beaten like, you know, the better higher end guitars are. Hanging guitars on the wall, is it okay? Yes, it is. If you have a proper hanger that's got a lot of padding around here and a lot of cushioning, and they make them with locks, you know, so it cannot fall out. And if it's a good hanger, that's the main point, is have a good hanger, a dependable one, and make sure that sucker is mounted into the wall, into a 2x4 or something that it's not going to fall out, at least from the weight of the guitar hanging on it. Perfectly fine to hang an instrument on the wall if, you know, if the hanger's okay. It doesn't hurt the instrument at all as long as it don't fall. Wood maintaining moisture content. This has been discussed a lot too. That's the very problem I'm having with this Echo Web guitar right now. It's got me held up, man. When a guitar gets very dry, we'll use this one for an example, and it was very dry. When it gets very dry like that, okay, you got to remember it's taken that guitar a long time to get that dry. This one, in this case, probably since 2009, that's when it was built. And it's probably been drying out since 2009. Now you're not going to put humidifiers in there and in 2 or 3 days have it humidified after all those years of drying out. That's the problem. That's where I'm held up on this guitar right now. I got the neck fitted, ready to go. I don't want to put it on here until this guitar can maintain 45 to 55% humidity inside without me helping it. Now I've got a humidifier in there right now and a humidity gauge, and it's at 61% with the humidifier in there. Okay, I'm going to leave that a day or two, take the humidifier out, air it out, seal the hole back up, put the humidity gauge back in there. I'll show you what the gauge looks like. I can get it out of there. It's just a cheap, it says Taylor, but it's cheap. You can see 61%, that's the humidity. Top one's the temperature in Fahrenheit. When you think you got it humidified, when you think you have it, put your humidity gauge in your guitar and just block the sound hole off with nothing else in there. Leave that 24 to 48 hours, and that humidity should stay between 45 and 55%. If it does not, you need to humidify some more if it drops down. And then chances are it will if it's dried out a long time like this guitar has. The moisture content in the wood, it takes a long time to build that back out throughout all of the wood. And that's what's got me held up here. I don't want to put that neck on there and then the humidity levels start dropping in this guitar. I want it to maintain, and the first day or so after I humidified it, it maintained, I think it was 41%. And now it's still about, it was 42% the last time I did this. So I'm doing it again. Take everything out, put the gauge in, cover the sound hole, leave it 24 to 48 hours. If it stays between 45 and 55%, then I'm going to put the neck on it. I don't want to do it until the guitar body will do that. And then there'll never be any more troubles with this guitar, or any guitar. My point is, if it's taking a guitar this long to dry out, then it's going to take a long time to get that moisture content in the wood built back up to hold that, you know, within that range. So that's all I've got here. That's it. That's the main things. There have been a lot of other things we've been talking about, but those were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that I wanted to bring to you guys because it comes up so much. All of these things do. And just make a little short video about it. So there you go. I'm going to leave you with that. See you soon on the next fix on the Echo Web guitar. But it's ready. I mean, I could put the neck on it and glue it and stuff now. But I don't want to do it until that moisture content in the wood comes up and stays up by itself without having to put a humidifier in there and helping it. So, I'll see you on the next video. I hope this stuff helps you. And I'll say a cheers to you again with coffee.